Hi, everyone. It's Melanie Fraser here with the Halton Hills Chamber of Commerce, and we are coming at you today with another member spotlight. And today I am joined by Philip Santiago, who is with Studenttimes Staffing Solutions. Hi, Philip. How are you today?
Hello, Melanie. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good. So listen, tell me about Student Times. I know we've had a chance to catch up a couple of times, but tell me all about the business and what it
Mhm.
is that you do.
Yeah, so let me maybe give an introduction about myself.
Okay.
For about 20 years, I had led finance department of various companies across these countries, including Canada, with oversight to HR, IT, operations, and admin departments. So Student Time Staffing Solution is a permanent recruitment and temporary staffing agency. It's a franchise. We mainly support the Halton region. That'll be Oakville, Milton, Halton Hills, and Burlington. So for temporary staffing, we aim to support like companies in the areas of storage, warehousing, distribution, production, manufacturing, operations, general labor, and any other roles that an organization might need on a temporary basis, especially right now with the tariffs, people don't know whether they can hire, slow down.
Mm,
Maybe a temporary solution could be of help, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, depending on
right.
the requirement.
Yeah, especially if they're not sure, right, what the role
Yes,
is. Yep.
yes, and on the other side, we also provide permanent recruitment. And given my background in finance and accounting, so I'll be focusing more on recruiting finance and accounting. That will be from your AP, biller, accounting manager, finance director, chief accountant, controller, and even chief financial officer. I used to be a chief financial officer. In other operations role, that'll be like your HR, marketing, IT, given I had oversight. So I would say maybe if you need some of these roles, maybe you could allow somebody who did the actual work, do the searching for you.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's the business itself. It's
Yeah.
just really a bit misleading sometimes when you see student time staffing solution. People
Yeah.
might think, oh, this is just for students. So again, as I mentioned, it's a franchise. So
Yeah.
when the franchisor opened the business in 2016, if I get it right, he was focused more on students.
Got
Eventually, the
it.
business grew and he expanded, and now he's like catering to different roles and opportunities for people.
Love that. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about, why people come looking for you. So I would imagine it's
Yes,
on both sides, right? It's people
yes,
looking for placements and it's employers looking for employees. So
yes.
so how can other chamber members benefit from being involved with Student Times?
Okay, so for temporary staffing, one would be flexibility, just like
Mm,
we mentioned, depending on the volume or the circumstances of the business, could be seasonal also.
yes.
So they can really just manage it in a way like 2 weeks or 1 month. And then the other thing is like to assess the individual. So sometimes also companies or employers may think, oh, is this the right person? Maybe I can like temporary for 3 months, just like your probationary, right?
Yeah.
And then eventually they can convert them to full time without any additional cost to them.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, and then another one is like maybe some companies don't want to deal the back end. What they mean by that. So, because for temporary, it's our employee. So we take care of the employee. So we pay the payroll, we pay the
Mhm.
CPP, the EI, we do the T-Force, everything. So without even the vacation pay and even the severance pay if needed to. So for for companies or organizations, we want them to be worry free. Yeah, like
Mhm.
just like do focus on their business growth and
Yeah.
we take care of the back end. Now,
Yeah.
for the permanent recruitment, one would be sometimes organizations are not confident on how to assess the candidates because, yeah, people submit a lot of resumes and then all very good, looks qualified, right? But they really don't know how to assess if
Mhm.
it is the right credential and even most importantly, the personality of the person because it has to fit the culture of the organization. So another thing also, it would be the expertise. They don't know the experience or the expertise. For example, in finance and accounting, would a company need really an accountant or or VP finance or controller? So in my engagement with the company, I would ask them what do they need? What do they expect from the finance or accounting person? Because they could just maybe need to hire or engage a bookkeeping services.
Right.
But maybe if they need somebody who is like negotiate with contracts, deal with function as a procurement as well, then that's another expertise.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't even need a certified chartered accountant to do that for them because that'll be more expensive.
Yeah.
At times also, one reason will be like the volumes of the resumes. They don't want to deal with it
Yeah.
and to screen them out. Because I remember when I was in the corporate world also, I post an ad, hundreds will be coming in and even some overseas. And then if you're not really careful, there are times that you miss candidates because some candidates just even don't know how to write resumes.
Right.
It's really on how you assess, or sometimes people, it's subjective. They say, okay, they're proficient on this one, but when you talk to them, it's not really that proficient. For example, English proficiency. Some people would say it's very good or excellent, but me myself, I would assess my English proficiency as average because English is not my first language.
Got it.
So somehow it's really like subjective.
Yeah.
And then the other one is also like why you use a recruiter just to be objective. Meaning to say we avoid the nepotism, I would say, because sometimes if we don't go do a recruiter, we miss like the best person available to fill the role.
Yeah.
And so it's so hard to say no to a colleague. Oh, maybe my son can do this. And sometimes people are like, oh, I cannot say no because he's a friend and he's like offering the son.
Yeah.
So to avoid those things, it's a little bit awkward, but it could be a combination of things. So there could be more, to be honest with you, there could be more.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you've got a great model there. And so, I can't believe we've already been talking for 5 minutes. So it sounds like
Really?
there is,
Sorry.
no, it's great. So what I would say is that, we're going to encourage people to reach out to you if they have temporary needs. I love that you've, given some context as to how a temporary placement can help employers, especially when you talk about payroll taxes, paying vacation pay, all of that stuff, because a lot of people don't have the ability to take that on. They just don't have the time. And then, of course, if someone's looking at exploring a permanent placement in that kind of financial bracket, that they should at least reach out to you and have a conversation. I would imagine that you're open to having a coffee with someone. So we'll include all your contact information.
If we can talk even on the 19th hole, if they want to.
Oh, we'll have to get you out to the golf tournament. I love it. Love it. That's amazing.
But the game doesn't love me back. So
oh, I know. Isn't that the way?
if people wants to beat somebody and have a good golf, call me even just to play. I'll be happy to do that.
Oh my God, that's awesome. I love it. So, Philip, we hope to see you out at some events, and I'll encourage everybody to reach out to you. And I would imagine too that you're always looking for people that are looking for placements, right? So
yes.
People, would like to get involved that way,
please.
That they can reach out and via your website or email. Yeah.
Please. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you, everybody.
Super. Well, listen, welcome to the chamber, and we hope to see you around. And thanks for joining me today.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.